Now on Coast TV News.
Treatment troubles. We look at the attempt in Lewis to move forward in its wastewater situation after a deal with Rehoboth Beach fell through last month.
Milton rental reform, the priorities the town is considering in drafting a new policy on short-term rentals.
Delaware dollars debate, the latest on the corporation-friendly bill making its way through the General Assembly in the effort to have billions of dollars stay in the state.
A terrific Tuesday on the way for Delmarva with high pressure providing sunny skies. Winter ends mild with spring showers on Thursday. Details coming up.
This is Coast TV News Today.
And it is Tuesday, March 18th, 2025. Good morning, I'm Matt Pensick.
And good morning, I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us for our 5 o'clock hour.
Big shock walking out the door this morning,
Yes.
Elisa. We have the return of cold conditions, at least in the morning hours.
This morning, my car said 38. Yesterday, it said 58. But, I mean,
So
yesterday afternoon was beautiful.
My math is correct. That's a 20-degree difference.
Good job, Matt.
Thank you.
Very good. I'm glad you
I
knew
know
that,
things.
Matt. Good job, Matt. Well, yeah, I think later today will be nicer, though, Bob.
I think so. And good morning, Elisa. Good morning, Matt. Yes, we are looking at much colder temperatures this morning, about 15 to 20 degrees colder now than it was yesterday at this time. We were in the mid-50s now. Only 35 in Georgetown, Milton 35, 37. Rehoboth down at Bethany Beach. So even the beaches in the 30s right now, 35 in Delmar. We have enough wind that I think we will not see any frost. It keeps things mixed up a little more, but we're seeing gusty winds right now up to 26 miles per hour in Salisbury, 23 Indian River Inlet, 25 in Ocean City. So feels like temperatures in the 20s everywhere, basically. So really bundle up out the door this morning. As we're seeing just a few clouds, we had mainly clear skies. Those clouds beginning to move offshore as we have high pressure in place, and we've got a chilly northwest flow, but it's a cold start. Temperatures in the 30s, feeling colder with those gusty winds this morning. Then those winds back off a little bit this afternoon as we warm into the 50s, and I think we get into the low 60s, especially farther west near the US 13 corridor, and cooler at the beaches with 50s there. Day part forecast, lots of sunshine for your Tuesday, but feeling cooler with that breeze, and then winter ends milder tomorrow and some spring showers to start spring on Thursday. More on that coming up in just a little bit.
Thank you, Bob. And our top story this half hour involves the wastewater situation in Lewis and how the city plans to respond after a deal to pump millions of gallons using Rehoboth Beach's outfall fell through. City's Board of Public Works hoped that would solve the need for a new facility. Nearly 5 years ago, partially treated wastewater was discharged into the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal, and in 2021, the pump station broke after it was discovered that items like wipes were being flushed into the system from people's homes. New BPW General Manager Robin Davis will be part of tonight's workshop at the Rollins Center, dealing with the options related to the need of a new facility.
New this morning, Milton is looking at short-term rentals. Currently, the town does not have a policy for businesses like Airbnbs. Some of the recommendations being considered tonight by the Planning and Zoning Commission include having only 2 people per room. However, children 6 and under are not counted in that total. Commercial events would not be allowed at the rental. And get this, a new article would need to be added to the town code specifically dealing with short-term rentals.
Got developing news in Delaware. A bill designed to entice large corporations to remain in the state has passed the state Senate, and it's now heading to the House. Senate Bill 21 would reconfigure corporate law in Delaware. And the reason why this has the attention of the General Assembly is because the over $2 billion the corporations represent, that makes up over 33% of Delaware's budget. This does have bipartisan support. It includes co-sponsors from Sussex County, Brian Pettyjohn and Gerald Hocker. And we spoke with a corporate lawyer expressing concerns over the legislation. He says it strips Delaware's unique chancery court system of its power.
This bill is a rebranding because it says, let's put the courts aside. Let's get rid of stockholder litigation. And the new message from Delaware to Silicon Valley and to Wall Street is, if you don't like a court decision, come to the General Assembly and we'll pass legislation to help you out.
Senate Bill 21 started to gain momentum after Elon Musk moved Tesla out of Delaware. States like Texas, Ohio, and Nevada, they're in the process of developing business-friendly legislation that could encourage other businesses to leave Delaware.
Happening today, an organization from California called Direct Action Everywhere, or DXE, will be on Delmarva protesting animal agriculture. Animal agriculture consists of the breeding, raising, and slaughter of animals for human use, something the organization wants to get rid of. If DXE were to achieve its goal and get rid of animal agriculture in the United States, the Delmarva Chicken Association says it would be disastrous.
It would mean tens of thousands of jobs going away. It would mean a major source of food for the U.S. Would just be not available. It would mean chicken would become a lot more expensive and a lot harder to get.
And that protest is set to start in a few hours at 11 a.m. And this is now going to bring us to our CoastTV poll. We want to know your thoughts on ending animal agriculture, like poultry farming on Delmarva.
Yeah, it's a big part of our industry here on Delaware, and 63% of you voting are strongly disagreeing with that. 34% strongly agree, and then we have a couple of votes for somewhat agreeing and disagreeing. If you haven't voted yet, you can still do so at CoastTV.com or our mobile app. And you're now looking live at Washington, D.C. One of the issues this week, driving debate in the nation's capital, the deportation of alleged Venezuelan gang members by the Trump administration. And the Obama-appointed federal judge who issued an order over the weekend to halt flights carrying the migrants wants more information about the deportations in writing by noon today.
As NBC's Alice Barr shows us, this drama is playing out at the same time that President Trump is scheduled to talk today with Russia's Vladimir Putin.
Well, first of all, Mr. President,
President Trump set to speak with Russian President Vladimir Putin today, pressing for an end to Russia's war on Ukraine.
We're going to see if we can work a peace agreement, a ceasefire and peace, and I think we'll be able to do it.
Heavy airstrikes continue as President Trump seeks to persuade Putin to accept a 30-day ceasefire that Ukraine agreed to last week.
We're getting down to a very critical stage, and we want to get the whole Russia-Ukraine thing done.
It comes as Israel began launching extensive airstrikes against Hamas targets in Gaza overnight, killing more than 250, according to health officials in the Hamas-run territory. Israeli officials accusing Hamas of failing to return hostages as part of a fragile ceasefire agreement and vowing to act with increasing military force.
Israel will not stop until all of our hostages are back home.
The White House says the Israelis consulted Trump officials about the attacks. That as the Trump administration is defending against new criticism of its deportations of more than 130 alleged Venezuelan gang members to a prison in El Salvador under a rarely used 1798 statute that does not require due process during wartime. And despite a federal judge's order to halt the flights that the White House claims came after the planes had left U.S. airspace. In a tense hearing Monday, the judge rebuked a Justice Department lawyer for refusing to answer key questions, the DOJ citing national security concerns as Trump officials promised to press ahead. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
This just in, President Trump has ordered the U.S. Secret Service to end protections for former President Biden's children, Hunter and Ashley Biden. It is common for family members of former presidents to have Secret Service protection for a certain period of time. Former President Biden extended security protections for his adult children for 6 months after he left office in January, which has been standard. President Trump granted his adult children the same 6 months of protection when he left office in 2020. And we're just getting started in this hour of CoastTV News today.
Yeah, coming up, exciting education expansion, the plans for a new learning wing at the Milton Theater and when it could be completed.
Also, Milford Development Dilemma will tell you the debate over a new development in Milford that is up for discussion today.
And retail sales situation, the latest on America's economic front after the reports show sales are increasing. All that and more as CoastTV News Today continues.
Hi, I'm Chris Adams, owner of Mattress Peddlers, your local family-owned mattress retailer. Gel memory foam is amazing. It retains its shape, keeps you cool, contours to your body, and stops motion transfer. There's a huge variety of memory foam out there, including this, so be sure to try before you buy. Bed in a box may be convenient, but it won't give you the long-lasting comfort that you deserve.
Mattress Peddlers. For more information, visit DelmarvaExperts.com.
Do you have stains in your carpet that won't come out? You need Horsepower Bullshot, the all-new hands-free carpet cleaner and deodorizer. Just spray, and the stain and odor go away. Got pet messes? This black light shows a urine stain is gone in just seconds. The advanced foam action formula penetrates deep to emulsify and neutralize stains and odors. It erases blood stains, makeup, juice, coffee, and more. For older and tougher stains, just give it a little rub and watch as Bullshot works its magic. Red wine spills? They're no problem for Bullshot. And watch up close as burnt bacon grease stains are obliterated right before your very eyes. Get Horsepower Bullshot for only $19.99. But wait, due to rising costs, this may be your last chance to get yours. And there's a strict limit of 3 at this low, low price. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com. So call 1-800-693-6210 or visit buybullshot.com now.
The Harry K Foundation presents its annual chocolate crawl on Saturday, April 26th in downtown Rehoboth Beach. Enjoy delectable chocolate creations and then vote for your favorite to win top prize. For tickets and info, visit harrykfoundation.org/events.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
5:11 on this cold Tuesday morning. Bay Health Cam in Dover, 34, and we've got some wind with that cold as well. We've got temperatures in the mid-30s, 35 in Salisbury and Georgetown, 37 from Rehoboth down to Bethany Beach. It is cold, but we are above freezing and gusty winds, 26 miles per hour in Salisbury, gusting up to 25 in Ocean City, 22 in Indian River Inlet. That is sending feels-like temperatures down into the 20s, so bundle up this morning. Feels like 27 in Salisbury, 29 in Milton, and 28 in Ocean City. So if you have that remote fob on the car to start it, I might use that this morning, and make sure you bundle up as well. Clear and cold, road conditions are good. Still seeing some water in the ditches and on the sides of the roads from all that rain yesterday, and then breezy and dry for the PM commute and the green light.
Moving fires prompting evacuation orders in Oklahoma. The wildfire is burning near the town of Meridian and it's rapidly spreading. Scooper planes are helping assist firefighters from the sky. However, gusty winds and low humidity are helping to fuel that fire. And if you're a part of a nonprofit or community group in Delaware, Denmark is offering community water quality improvement grants. Those grants, ranging up to $75,000, are available for projects that improve water quality and stormwater management. You can submit up to 2 project proposals, but you'll need to get them into Denmark by April 29th.
Now in Sussex County, the Indian River School District is updating access to the Harry K Foundation Food Pantry. The district posted to its Facebook page that the use of the pantry has moved within the School District Learning Center. And according to the school district, people looking to access the food pantry must park at the back of the building, enter and exit through the back door, and they may not exit on the playground side of the building. The district says the food pantry is open every Thursday from 8:30 to 1:30.
The latest retail report came in weaker than expected. Retail sales were up slightly in February from the previous month at 0.2% increase. But February's numbers from the Commerce Department still came in much lower than what economists had projected. Retail executives have recently warned consumers are feeling stretched and they're being more cautious with their spending.
Forever 21 has filed for bankruptcy again. It's the second time the retailer's U.S. operating company has filed in the past 6 years. The company cited increased competition from foreign retailers of fast fashion. Forever 21 says it will hold liquidation sales at its U.S. store, and they're trying to find a buyer for some, or if all, their assets.
Still ahead, Milford development drama. We'll tell you the mixed reviews from locals as a new development looks for approval in the city.
A clear and cold start this morning. Here's the Spicer Brothers Cam in Salisbury, 35 degrees, and we've got wind with that too. A terrific Tuesday for Delmarva. Lots of sunshine and temperatures into the 60s. And then winter ends tomorrow on a mild note, and then spring begins a little warmer with spring showers. First day of spring, Thursday morning. I'll have your forecast details in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we're visiting a local hotspot in Ocean City serving up fresh Tex-Mex you won't want to miss. Plus, we tackle the great debate, is soup really a meal? Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-944-6857 or visit GetDrainMagic.com now.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to VacuTrim.com.
Get the Coast TV First Alert Weather app with live satellite and radar, severe weather alerts, and extended forecast. Download the free Coast TV First Alert Weather app, sponsored by Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling. Coast TV News can be heard on 93.5 The Beach.
Time is 5:16, and we are now getting a live look at the canals in Ocean City. Bob, you're actually tracking a mild ending to winter, and I like that.
I think we all like that, Matt, but boy, what a winter it has been and was, too. I mean, with all that snow, we picked up about 18 inches of snow in the Georgetown area. Not seeing any more snow for winter doesn't mean we can't see snow for spring, but it looks like maybe that's done for the season. 61 today, cooler at the beach is 65 on Wednesday. 55 is the average high. So Wednesday, the last day of winter, going out, well, feeling like spring, and then spring officially arrives Thursday morning at 5:01 a.m. It'll be feeling like it in the afternoon with a high of 68. We will see some showers, and then we're going to cool down. It's going to be a windy and chillier Friday, 53, and then back to 63 on Saturday. Temperatures now really cold, 20 degrees colder now than they were yesterday at this time. 35 Salisbury, 37 Ocean City, the same for Indian River Inlet and Rehoboth, and 34 in Redden right now. And those winds are gusty, sustained around 10 to 20 miles per hour. But they're gusting to 26 in Salisbury, 22 in Indian River Inlet, 15 in Millsboro, 25 in Ocean City. So that's sending that feels like temperature down into the 20s for most of us, mid to upper 20s, some lower 30s at the beaches. So the bottom line is bundle up out the door this morning. As we're looking at mainly clear skies right now, and we are seeing some clouds offshore as we have low pressure slowly moving that way, but we've got high pressure building in from the west. Still a chilly north-northwest flow today will keep us on the cooler side, but once this high slides to the east, there is warmer air developing across the plains, and then that will start to move in tomorrow. But it's a chilly start and a breezy start on Futurecast this morning with mid-30s, and it's still windy this morning. Then those winds start to back off as we go into the afternoon as we're warming into the 40s and 50s. 50s, mid to upper 50s, mid-afternoon for Delmarva. Then by 5, around 60 in Salisbury, up to Seaford. Cooler 40s and 50s at the coast, and upper 50s close to 60 from Georgetown to Selbyville. Then through the overnight hours, it's clear and we do cool it off. Maybe not as cold as this morning, but still chilly 30s and 40s. And as we go through your Wednesday, even warmer, mid 60s inland, maybe 70 in Salisbury, but much cooler at the coast with an onshore flow and some clouds increasing later Wednesday. We're looking at really gusty winds this morning, 25 miles per hour or so. Then they start to calm down, especially as we go into the overnight hours and then become more onshore as we go into your Wednesday, and then picking up out of the east into the afternoon hours. Here's our next system moving in on Thursday. Showers later Thursday. This will not be as strong as the previous system that gave us 3 inches of rain, but maybe some heavier showers Thursday night. And then Friday, we're looking at blustery and cool conditions. This model is showing a few showers on Saturday. I don't think we're looking at that, but I think all in all, we're looking at a pretty quiet weekend as we're looking at maybe a ½ inch to about 3/4 of an inch of rain with that front on Thursday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast. Temperatures warming through the 60s, and the first day of spring, 68 with scattered showers. Blustery and colder Friday, 53. Weekend not bad, 63 Saturday, but a cooler Sunday, and then more showers by Monday. And congratulations to Scott from Lewis on winning a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and Coast TV.
Bob, happening today, Milford officials will gather to discuss a new possible development. The Milford Housing Development Corporation wants to build near the Riverwalk. The proposal is for 27 townhomes on about 4 acres of land, and this would be called the Riverwalk Villas. The Planning Commission recommended this project for approval back in 2023. Some people CoastTV spoke with welcome the growth, while others have concerns about traffic and nature preservation.
Why I chose Milford was because of the natural, the ability to really be in touch with nature right here. And this Riverwalk, if you were to put villas right on it, it's going to take that away.
And today's Planning Commission meeting could decide whether Riverwalk Villas get the next stamp of approval.
Yeah, that's not the only property that will go before Milford officials at that meeting today. There's also a public hearing for a commercial project. It's on North Walnut Street, and it is being proposed by 39 North Walnut LLC. According to the Milford officials, the business is asking for conditional use to allow for 10 commercial spaces and 4 short-term rentals. The Milford Planning Commission meeting, that's set for 6 tonight.
Up next on CoastTV News Today, exciting education expansion. We'll tell you how leaders say the education program will benefit from this new addition. Don't go anywhere.
Hi y'all, it's April from Coast Country, and every Tuesday I get the honor of highlighting an amazing teacher right here on Delmarva with Teacher Feature. If you know a teacher who deserves some extra love, those who go above and beyond every day, head to coastcountry.com and nominate them today. Then tune in each Tuesday to hear their story. Teacher Feature right here every Tuesday at 11 on Coast Country 103.9 and 106.3. Sponsored by Coastal Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning and Vernon Powell Shoes.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Get ready for 4 days of fun at SpringFest. Enjoy amazing food, live entertainment, over 200 unique artisan products, and an enhanced selection of food, beer, and wine. You won't want to miss this free event located at the Ocean City Inlet from April 24th to the 27th. SpringFest features 2 stages and more than 30 live performances and ticketed headliners like Strangelove, The Depeche Mode Experience, country music sensation Hunter Hayes, and the legendary Wailers featuring Junior Marvin, opened by Pacifier. Don't miss out. Get all the details at ococean.com/SpringFest.
Transform your backyard into an outdoor oasis at Woodland Sheds in Bishopville, Maryland. Explore 11 acres with over 100 Amish buildings and 7,000 pieces of Amish poly furniture. Walk through our Amish-built sheds, kennels, coops, garages, and even pool houses. Enjoy free shed delivery and rent-to-own sheds with no credit check. We also have portable storage units. Visit us at Woodland Sheds, Route 113, Bishopville.
Draper Media, an equal opportunity employer, is dedicated to provide broad outreach regarding job vacancies at the station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations that wish to receive our vacancy information should email humanresources@wboc.com.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
go. March Mania is here. Enter your 64-team college basketball picks. Win $350 in Wawa gift cards for the top 3 brackets. Go to DelmarvaSportsNetwork.com to sign up today. The DSN Bracket Challenge, sponsored by Wawa.
A new education wing is in the spotlight for the Milton Theater. Theater leaders say the estimated $3 million expansion will set the scene for their arts program. And here's a look at the incoming expansion. Theater management says they've outgrown their current space, and the wing's rehearsal spaces and classroom will expand arts education in the area. Theater's marketing director says they don't expect parking to be a problem with this expansion.
We do the theater programs on Tuesdays when we don't have shows. And if we ever do expand the program, we're going to do it again, not on the busy days.
Yeah, Milton Theater says they expect to break ground on that new wing in May or June. They expect construction on the project to be finished by the beginning of next year.
New this morning, the Powerball lottery jackpot has jumped to an estimated $416 million. This is after there were no winners in Monday night's drawing. Matt, is that why you're at work today? The jackpot will have a cash value of at least $194 million, and your next chance to score some big money is tomorrow night. And Matt, the good news is it's the last 2 days of winter. That has to get you excited.
I know, and I'm excited. I have to go get a ticket now. But yes, the countdown to the end of winter is on. And Bob, I've been hearing you say this morning, today should be a nice day along the coast.
Yes, a nice day. Not as warm as inland areas, but definitely nice at the beaches. And that March sun getting stronger. Make sure you have the sunscreen. Fenwick Island and Ocean City, lots of sunshine today. A chilly start in the mid-30s, and then we'll see highs in the mid-50s later on. Waves around 2 to 4 feet. Lewis, you're looking at temperatures into the mid-50s. Looks like a nice ferry ride up to Cape May. And Rehoboth looking at mid-50s as well. On the bay side, starting out chilly in Cambridge and in Crisfield, but then with lots of sunshine, you're warming into the mid to upper 50s with 1 to 2 foot waves on the bay. I'll have much more on our forecast as we transition from winter to spring coming up in the next half hour.
The break on Coast TV News today. Hopeful return home. We'll give you an update on the return home from one NASA crew that's been months in the making.
Also, boardwalk display discussion, the latest in new regulations in Ocean City dealing with merchandise.
And obscene signs goodbye. We'll tell you about the new approval from Ocean City officials in an effort to keep the boardwalk family friendly. Coast TV News today. We'll be right back.
Coverage on the road, along the coast, live on the street, day or night. From breaking news to weather in your town, the IG Burton First Alert Weather Jeep.
You rip and tear your old statements and bills, but thieves use this information to steal your identity. Don't be a victim. Get the ID Police, the new ink roller that encrypts all your old documents. So before you throw it out, just roll it on, and your information is gone, both on the front and through the back, even if the paper is held up to the light. Even your medical information is safe with the ID Police. So block it out before you throw it out. Order now and get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 and get free shipping too. This offer is not available on Amazon, so call or click now to get your ID Police for as low as $9.99 with free shipping. Order now.
Call 1-800-803-0512. That's 1-800-803-0512. Or visit getidpolice.com. So call 1-800-803-0512 now.
This is the revolutionary socket fan by Bell & Howell. The amazing 2-in-1 ceiling fan and light. If you can screw in a light bulb, you can hang the socket fan light. Socket fan comes with this handy remote. You can control the light and the breeze that you need. Socket fan fits any standard light socket. You can do it yourself in less than 10 seconds.
And now, the socket fan lights with deep socket extender is yours for $49.95 with free shipping. Order now, and you can get a second fan for 50% off.
Get cool fast with Socket Fan.
Coming up.
I love this woman who's going to walk out those doors right now.
Drew's hanging with Gal Gadot.
Tuesday at noon on Coast TV.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Now on Coast TV News.
Prohibiting profane merchandise, where the effort in Ocean City stands as boardwalk businesses await a policy decision ahead of the busy summer season.
Keeping corporations in Delaware. We look at the bill in the General Assembly as the threat of losing billions of dollars remains.
Splashdown Target. The lengthy stay in space for 2 astronauts is finally nearing its end, with a return to Earth expected later today.
A terrific Tuesday on the way for Delmarva, with high pressure providing sunny skies. Winter ends mild with spring showers on Thursday. Details coming up.
This is Coast TV News Today.
March 18th, 2025. Good morning, everybody. I'm Matt Pensick. Good morning, Elisa.
Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I'm Elisa Weber. Thank you for joining us.
And the time is 5:30. We're looking at spring-like conditions today as we're getting close to putting a wrap on this winter.
Absolutely. And we had a debate. When do you think spring actually starts?
Me, it's the first day of April. I consider March a winter month, and I'll go all the way through March.
If it's like 60 degrees and up, I'm like, okay, spring starts in March. But I don't know. Bob's probably going to have a scientific answer for us when he thinks that spring actually starts. So let's hear it, Bob.
Okay, here it is. When the grass turns green and the trees start blooming, which they're doing right now. We're really starting to see things greening up after that big rain we picked up yesterday. Of course, spring officially begins on Thursday, but it's feeling like winter this morning. 35 in Salisbury and Georgetown, 35 in Milton, 37 in Ocean City. Bethany Beach are checking in with 36, and we're looking at winds that are pretty gusty out there, gusting to 26 in Salisbury, 25 in Ocean City, 24 at Indian River Inlet. Feels like temperatures, still feels like winter out there, folks. 26 in Ocean City, 27 in Salisbury, and feeling like 37 in Rehoboth. We are seeing maybe a few clouds along the coast. Otherwise, we're seeing clearing skies with high pressure building in, and that means full sunshine today, but a chilly start out the door. Temperatures in the 30s. I think it's windiest this morning, and then those winds start to back off this afternoon. Maybe lower 60s near Salisbury back through Seaford, but a little cooler to the east and chilly into this evening. For the kiddos off to the bus stop, make sure they bundle up. Cold and breezy, 35. Feeling like 20s with the wind, and heading home at least 55, breezy and pleasant, but we're warming into the lower 60s, I think, later on.
Bob, our top story this half hour, explicit language along the boardwalk will soon be pushed to the back. Monday night, the Ocean City Council moved forward with the first reading of an ordinance which would not allow explicit content or language posted at the front of a store along the boardwalk. According to the ordinance, this product must be pushed inside the store where no one on the boardwalk can see it. While people agree this is a family vacation spot, some think this won't make a difference.
I think honestly it's not going to matter one way or the other because people are still going to be using foul language, unfortunately.
And the Ocean City Council will have a second and final reading on this topic during a future council meeting.
Also tonight in Ocean City, there's another move to regulate displaying merchandise on the boardwalk. A public hearing is scheduled on amending the ordinance. Getting reviewed is the elimination of mannequins displayed outside of business, along with updates on regulations dealing with displays encroaching on neighboring stores. While the meeting is scheduled to begin at 6, the public hearing is expected to take place at 7 p.m. in City Hall.
The wastewater situation in Lewis is continuing to unfold. Happening now, the city is planning to respond after a deal to pump millions of gallons using Rehoboth Beach's outfall fell through. The city's Board of Public Works hoped that would solve the need for a new facility. Nearly 5 years ago, partially treated wastewater was discharged into the Lewis-Rehoboth Canal, and in 2021, the pump station broke after it discovered items like wipes were being flushed into that system from people's homes. The new BPW General Manager, Robin Davis, will be a part of tonight's workshop at the Rollins Center dealing with the options related to the need of a new facility.
Developing news out of Milton, where town officials are looking at short-term rentals. Currently, Milton does not have a policy for businesses like Airbnbs. Some of the recommendations being considered tonight by the Planning and Zoning Commission include having only 2 people per bedroom. However, children 6 and under are not counted in that total. Commercial events would not be allowed at the rental. And get this, a new article actually needs to be added to the town code specifically dealing with short-term rentals.
Happening now in Delaware, a controversial bill that just passed the Senate now heads to the State House for consideration. Senate Bill 21 would reconfigure corporate law in Delaware. Advocates say too many large companies are leaving the state and taking their tax revenue with them. so this bill is needed for Delawareans' wallets. Opponents, including corporate lawyers, say it is important to note this is not easy to win in Chancery Court, and all this will do is get rid of stakeholder lawsuits, taking power away from those invested in the companies.
And I think this is really a way not to get rid of meritless lawsuits, which is usually how reform is couched. We want to get rid of meritless lawsuits. Here they're saying is we don't want lawsuits that potentially could stop a transaction. So give us a safe harbor, give us immunity from a lawsuit possibly succeeding.
Friedlander says the bill also strips Delaware of what makes it unique to incorporate here, so in his opinion, companies would have no incentive to stay. He says he believes a compromise can be found, but this bill isn't it.
New overnight, after what was supposed to be 9 days that turned into 9 months, NASA's SpaceX Crew 9 is ready to return to Earth from the International Space Station. The hatch was closed between the SpaceX Dragon and the International Space Station shortly after 11 p.m. on Tuesday. The Crew 9 mission is targeting a splashdown at approximately 5:57 p.m. today off the Florida coast.
We are now taking a live look at our nation's capital. The Trump administration continues declining to predict if the U.S. will go into a recession. They forecast a transitional period with potential economic pain.
And President Donald Trump says his new tariffs will be worth it in the end. And as Amy Kiley shows us, some economists say they prefer to avoid a downturn altogether.
They're sort of making excuses and stories about a bad economy when we don't yet have a bad economy.
Experts say it's to avoid inflation and a potential economic slowdown. That's despite a grim new forecast and warnings like these from the Trump administration.
There are no guarantees.
Between now and April 2nd, there'll be some uncertainty.
April 2nd is when President Donald Trump says he'll unveil sweeping new tariffs. He says they'll offer negotiating leverage, protection for some domestic industries, and a response to trade deficits.
It's a liberation day for our country because we're going to be getting back a lot of the wealth that we so foolishly gave up to other countries.
A new report from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development paints a grimmer outlook. It predicts if U.S. businesses end up paying more tariffs, that would lead to price hikes for American consumers and a slower U.S. economy. But note that word if.
A lot of the fundamentals are still in pretty good shape.
It's almost as if the Trump economic team has accepted that bad things are going to happen.
The president says he won't back down on tariffs. Other countries say they're working on retaliatory measures and trade deals that don't involve the U.S. But economists point out it's not April 2nd yet.
That's kind of a self-created crisis. I feel like that could be pretty easily reversed if needed.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
New this morning, focus in the White House is on international affairs. Today, President Trump is expected to speak with Russian President Putin. The goal, ending the 3-year-long war on Ukraine, starting with a 30-day ceasefire. This comes as tensions and airstrikes explode overnight in the region.
We're going to see if we can work a peace agreement, a ceasefire and peace, and I think we'll be able to do it.
And according to the White House, Ukraine has already agreed to the terms of that ceasefire.
We still have a lot more news to get to. Don't go anywhere.
Coming up, Dagsboro debates noise. We'll tell you about the impending regulations on turning down the volume around town.
And big decisions in Philly. One star set to stay while another is out for the rest of the season. CoastTV News Today is back after this.
What am I going to do with all these plants?
Boys, these plants need style.
Come on, let's boogie. Let's find something funky, fun, and fabulous at the Pottery Place in Fenwick Island. Your one-stop shop for the most unique decor on the shore. With the largest selection of pottery, art, gifts, furniture, houseware, novelties, and more.
Looking for something special?
Special orders and free local delivery are available.
That's just spiffy.
The Pottery Place in Fenwick Island, Delaware. A family tradition for over 50 years.
Join America's favorite game.
You never know what's going to happen.
For the I can't believe it. And always for the unexpected.
Treat yourself a round of sausage.
That's not it, but thank you. Are you ready?
Tuesday at 7 on CoastTV.
Next Jeopardy, the temperature is rising.
What a game.
When the competition heats up, make a cool move.
5,000, please.
Okay, big wager.
Next Jeopardy.
Tuesday at 7:30 on CoastTV.
Vacation starts with VA. All that you love, all in one trip. Start yours at virginia.org.
Look who's cooking for Sussex County Habitat for Humanity. Volunteer chefs from local realtors compete for the best appetizers, entrees, and desserts. And you can try them all. It's an evening of tasty treats, raffles, and door prizes at the St. Jude Parish Center on March 20th at 6 p.m. in Lewis. For more information about the event and to get your tickets, go to sussexcountyhabitat.org. We'll see you, Delmarva, at the Look Who's Cooking Challenge on March 20th in Lewis.
Have fun and enjoy Delmarva's Coast with Petey the Peacock, sharing joy coastwide. Know where he's going to be next and get his free coloring book at peteythepeacock.com. Sponsored by Tidal Health.
5:40 on this second to last morning of winter, and it's feeling like it. Dry Tech, Cam, and Ocean City, 37. Clear skies, but feeling much colder with the wind. 34 in Redden and Ocean Pines, 36 in Bethany Beach, 34 in Delmar. But those winds are whipping, gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour from Salisbury up to Indian River Inlet. So that's sending the feels-like temperatures into the upper 20s and lower 30s. So bundle up. Still feeling like winter this morning. Today's checklist, you can leave the umbrella at home. Don't need that. You need the heavy coat, not coast this morning. I'll change that. Lighter coat this afternoon. Sunscreen for sure. That March sun getting stronger. Warm beverage and sunglasses. Get the green check mark. Call the CoastTV First Alert Weather Phone. Another way to get your forecast. Sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico.
Bob's happening now. The Bethany Beach Police Department is hiring seasonal officers for summer 2025. The agency says you must apply by March 31st, and this position comes with a $1,500 sign-on bonus. Bethany Beach Police say officers make $20 an hour, and you can submit your applications online.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
Philadelphia pro sports were all over the sports world last night on the gridiron and the hardwood. We'll start with the Eagles, who continue to hand out money to key pieces on the offense. Five-time All-Pro right tackle Lane Johnson has reworked his contract with the Eagles. Johnson added $8 million over the next 2 years, including an additional $30 million in guarantees. The star tackle will turn 35 years old in May, but has remained one of the best at his position, taking home second-team All-Pro honors this past season. He's now under contract through the 2027 season. And across the street, the Sixers finally put an end to one of the season's most polarizing players, Paul George. Yesterday, George received injections in his left adductor muscle and left knee, which will sideline him for the final 14 games of the Sixers season. He averaged just 16 points per game this year, which was his lowest total in over 10 seasons. Like Johnson, George also turns 35 in May, and the 15-year NBA vet is set to make over $50 million in each of the next 3 seasons, with the last year as a player option. Remember to download the DSN app and subscribe to DSN Plus to stay up to date with all of our incoming spring sports action. That'll do it for sports. Have a great day, everyone.
And coming up tonight on DSN 8:30, Decatur takes on Queen Anne's in girls lacrosse. And then for a recap of all of tonight's action, it's the final score at 10:30. Over on the DSN Plus app, you also get that Decatur lacrosse game along with the girls and boys Bayside Conference All-Star basketball games.
Recent stage musicals have featured the music of Michael Jackson, Tina Turner, and The Temptations, among others. Well, now a well-known artist is joining that list, and David Daniel has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
And I've gone to Carolina again, my mind.
James Taylor's classic songs are headed to the stage. Fire and Rain, a new musical featuring the iconic singer-songwriter's catalog, is being developed by Pulitzer Prize and Tony-winning author Tracy Letts, with Tony winner David Cromer set to direct.
We had to use our imagination.
It's not his imagination. Deadline reports Scott Eastwood is joining the cast of Regretting You, based on the best-selling novel by Colleen Hoover. The drama is due in theaters October 24th.
Riders are at the line, awaiting that starting flag. Last chance to qualify.
Here's a blast from the past. Thursday is 2025 Rad Day. Fathom Entertainment and Utopia are re-releasing Hal Needham's 80s BMX cult classic, Rad. This year's annual screenings include the never-before-seen A Rad documentary. More info and showtimes at fathomentertainment.com. Practicing my bunny hop in Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
If you're having a rough week, you can cheer up with a weekly dose of local good news from Coast TV with personal features, fun things to do each weekend, and more. You can sign up right now for free at coasttv.com and get your weekly dose of joy directly to your inbox on Friday.
A much different weather scenario this morning. Dry roads instead of all the wet roads and the puddles yesterday. Tidal Health Cam in Salisbury 35. We're looking at winter winding down on a mild note for Delmarva. And then it looks like spring will start out mile 2 with some spring showers on Thursday. I'll have your forecast details coming up in 2 minutes. Stay tuned.
Today at 4 on Coast Life, we're visiting a local hotspot in Ocean City serving up fresh Tex-Mex you won't want to miss. Plus, we tackle the great debate, is soup really a meal? Coast Life, today at 4 on Coast TV.
For your home and your range, Bad Boy Mowers and Tractors are engineered for the life you lead. With superior accessories and implements that will help you make the most of your land. Home on the range. Bad Boy Mowers and Tractors. Power, performance, attitude.
Water, nature's ultimate cleaner. We drink it, we bathe in it. Think water, think steam, think clean. Now harness the power of water with the H2O X5 5-in-1 steam cleaning system.
I'm so impressed with the X5.
It's an all-in-one product. I can use it throughout my entire house.
It's cleaning, it's sanitizing, there's no chemicals in it. It's just steam.
This is unbelievable. There is no more odor. You could spend over $500 to purchase the products that the X5 5-in-1 Miracle replaces. Order your H2O X5 steam cleaning system, a $500 value, for just 4 easy payments of $43. Order now and we'll upgrade your X5 package. We'll add a 6th mode with a dusting and polishing wand. Valued at over $30, this extra bonus attachment makes your H2O X5 the H2O X6. That means your 10-piece system becomes a 12-piece system at no extra cost to you. All for just 3 easy payments of $43. Call or click right now.
She's pulled over by 12 cops.
I was also held at gunpoint.
You had an active felony warrant. They also found a meth pipe, and you were taken into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Judge Judy.
Tuesday at 2 on Coast TV.
The time is now 5:47 and we are taking a live look outside at Salisbury this morning. Bob, a little chilly when you walk out the door this morning, but you said it should definitely warm up a little bit later, which is something I'm happy you said.
We are happy about that, Elisa. It definitely is a chilly start. It's cold, plus it's windy as well. 35 in Salisbury, 35 in Milton and Georgetown, 37 in Ocean City, and Rehoboth 37. So we're above freezing, and I think we have enough mixing, enough wind that we're not going to see frost, but it is cold out there. Really windy, especially at the beaches. 23 miles per hour, Indian River, 26 miles per hour in Salisbury, and we're gusting to 29 at Indian River Inlet, 25 in Ocean City. So that's sending feels like temperatures into the 20s and low 30s. Feels like 28 in Georgetown now, 27 in Ocean City, 26 Indian River Inlet. So you really want to bundle up out the door this morning. As we're looking at mainly clear skies, we have some clouds just offshore, and those could scrape the coast a little bit. Otherwise, we're looking at clear skies. We've got clouds and rain offshore, but high pressure building in from the west. It's still to our west, so we're still on the cold side of this. So it's cooler today, but at least we'll be warming up. And once this high moves to the east, we'll start to warm up around this high as we go into tomorrow, last day of winter and the first day of spring. As we're looking across the plains, all is quiet. It is warming up out there, and that warmth will be headed our way. It's going to take a couple of days to get here. Here's Futurecast this morning. It's breezy and chilly. Temperatures in the 30s. Make sure you bundle up, and it's pretty breezy right through the morning hours. Then by noon, I think the winds do start start to calm down. 40s to low 50s across the area. And then by this afternoon, we're warming through the 50s to around 60 in Seaford down to Salisbury. Then you move farther to the east. It's a little cooler. In fact, some of the beach locations may not get out of the lower 50s. And then chilly this evening with clear skies, and that'll be the case overnight. Another cold morning Wednesday morning, but I think we're above freezing with 30s to around 40 degrees. And then a nice warm up into tomorrow afternoon. 60s, maybe 70 in Salisbury, but with an onshore flow, cooler 50s and 60s at the coast, with clouds beginning to increase into the evening hours. Winds are, well, they're strong this morning, 25 to 30 miles per hour. And as we go into the afternoon, they will start to diminish. And then as we go into your Wednesday, they do become more variable at that time. And then east. Onshore flow. Here's Thursday, the first day of spring. We're looking at clouds increasing, rain building in as we go through the evening and overnight hours. This system not as big as the previous system. And then the weekend, this model wants to bring in some showers later Saturday. I think we're going to keep it dry, but definitely on the cooler side. And we're looking at rainfall amounts about a ½ inch to about 3/4 of an inch with this system as it heads in on Thursday. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 61 today, Wednesday 65, first day of spring Thursday 68 with some showers later in the day. Cools off Friday and it gets breezy too. 63 Saturday, cooler Sunday. Looks like more showers next Monday and a high of 65.
Thank you, Bob. There is an attempt to keep the noise down in Dagsboro. The town has had lots of discussion in past months surrounding alcohol laws and what time businesses should be allowed to stay open. Now, big topic is how to control noise.
The nuisance ordinance would apply to both businesses and homes. Coast TV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us how some locals say it's a good thing.
An ordinance aimed at reducing noise and freeing up police resources is up for discussion in Dagsboro. Town Council met Monday to talk about a proposed nuisance ordinance. It would set noise rules for businesses and property owners with fines for violations. Officials say clear guidelines could help police focus on more serious issues. David Elliott, owner of Delmarva Billiards and Sports Bar, tells Coast TV his business hasn't had many problems, especially when it comes to noise. But says a nuisance ordinance is a good thing to implement.
A lot of times it depends if there's been repetitive problems or so forth, but it could be necessary, yes. It's not something that our business is against. If they feel the need that the business needs to be temporarily halted pending a meeting, we do support that. We do support public safety as a whole.
Shireen High owns property in Dagsboro. She says she thinks having a set of rules to follow would minimize the amount of issues or noise complaints around town.
If we have an ordinance, people know the rules, they can respect each other and hopefully have less issues than having the one issue that the police have to continue to go to.
Keeping things quiet in Dagsboro. For Coast TV News, I'm Brendan Conroy.
And the ordinance that has already been drafted will have some of the language and details tweaked before being brought to a public hearing.
Dagsboro Town Council also discussed a possible emergency business license revocation. If a business causes enough issues, the town could decide to suspend or revoke its license. Officials say this would be separate from that nuisance ordinance, but that discussion was deferred to a later meeting.
Up next on Coast TV News today, the Pope sees the public. Will give you a health update on the 88-year-old pontiff and tell you how he spent part of his weekend.
A cold and windy start to our Tuesday, 34 on the Bay Health Cam in Dover. We're looking at clear conditions, lots of sunshine and 60s as we go through the next couple of days. Winter ends mild with spring showers on the first day of spring on Thursday. Weekend looks okay. Your 10-day forecast is coming up next.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 27 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and Ensure Complete with 30 grams of protein.
It all started with a food truck and a dream of bringing excellent street food to our community. That dream became Tiki Jack's as we know it today. From mouth-watering street tacos to our signature sandwiches and street-inspired entrees, Tiki Jack's is the ultimate destination for comfort food by the shore. Whether you're dining out with family or looking for a fun night out with friends, Stop by Tiki Jack's of Rehoboth Beach today for all your street eats and brews.
Have you ever felt leg pain, restlessness, cramps, tingling, swelling, numbness? If you've ever experienced the warning signs of bad circulation, then you need Legzercise Pro, the natural circulation booster that uses continuous automatic leg movement to soothe pain and promote healthy circulation the natural drug-free way. Soothe pain and calm restless legs. Reduce swelling in your legs, ankles, and feet and stimulate healthy circulation. Stay active with Legzercise Pro.
Come out to the Delaware Seafood Fest at Shellville on Saturday, September 20th. Enjoy steamed crabs, shrimp, lobster, and more while enjoying live music all day. Plus, have fun with a variety of family entertainment such as craft vendors, raffles, contests, and more. Proceeds from this event will go to support the Stevenson Foundation, which provides funding for scholarships and more. Get your tickets now at DelawareSeafoodFestival.com. Sponsored by CoastTV.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-263-0608. That's 1-800-263-0608 or go to vacutrim.com.
She's pulled over by 12 cops.
I was also held at gunpoint.
We had an active felony warrant. They also found a meth pipe, and you were taken into custody.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Judge Judy. Tuesday at 2 on CoastTV.
We are now getting a look at Pope Francis for the first time since his hospitalization. The Vatican released the picture of the 88-year-old pontiff. It shows Francis at a hospital chapel in Rome where he participated in a mass service. The Pope has been battling a respiratory illness for weeks, and the Vatican said the Pope worked Sunday but did not have any visitors.
Cat owners, take note. There is a new cat food recall. The brand Savage Pet is recalling large and small chicken boxes. So this is over bird flu concerns. The boxes were distributed to retailers in California, Colorado, New York, Pennsylvania, and Washington. The FDA says people who fed cats the recall product should watch for symptoms of bird flu.
A seafood company in Washington state is recalling 2 of its popular chowders because they may be contaminated with botulism. Sea Bear Company is recalling its smoked salmon chowder and its Ale House clam chowder. The company says so far no one has been sick. However, botulism is a potentially deadly form of food poisoning. And it is now 5:56, so we're going to check in with our coastal pet of the day.
And today's coastal pet of the day is a girl who just got back from the groomer. On your screen, we see 11-year-old Carly Ann. As you can see, she's rocking her new look that she got. And Carly Ann was submitted to us by Virginia in Milford.
And we want to see more of your pets on Delmarva. Send us photos and tell us what makes them so special. You can take a look at your screen.
And that is where the QR code is. Scan that to get your friends to us at Coast TV News. And then watch weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. to see all the pets we feature.
And it's 5:57, so we're going to get another quick look at our forecast that Bob says is a terrific Tuesday.
Yeah, but first, Bob, back to the winter coat, at least for the morning hours.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're going to need that the next 2 mornings as winter winds down, and this morning is no exception. We're looking at temperatures in the 30s, feeling like 20s out there with the wind, and then we do warm it up. I think inland we get into the low 60s, but you get closer to the coast, and it's going to be colder there. Paul Davis 10-day forecast. Yeah, last day of winter, not feeling like it's 65, mostly sunny. Spring arrives early Thursday at 5:01 and 68 degrees, late day showers. Windy and colder Friday. Weekend not bad. Mix of sun and clouds and 50s and 60s, and then another rain chance by early next week.
And coming up in our next hour, treatment facility fallout. What's next in Lewis after a deal to pump millions of gallons of wastewater to Rehoboth Beach fell through? That and more when Coast TV News Today continues.